advancement to all current and potential teammates. If you are an organization that maintains a job bank, provides employment information, or gives job referrals, you may request to be placed on the station's mailing list for future career opportunities. To learn more about careers at Good Karma Brands, please email careers@goodkarmabrands.com.
When it comes to accurate, reliable election information for Wisconsin voters, visit the official site. It's myvote.wi.gov. It's the big cheese, you could say. It's your one-stop source for official Wisconsin election information. Find your polling place, see your sample ballot, make sure your registration is up to date, and more at myvote.wi.gov. Sponsored by Wisconsin Elections Commission, aired by Wisconsin Broadcasters Association and this station.
Milwaukee's Black Talk lives here. You are listening to 101.7 FM, 1510 AM WGKB Waukesha, and W269DL Milwaukee, a locally owned Good Karma brand station. This is your 101.7 The Truth News Update.
Hello, everyone. This is Rhea Riley with your news update. The car theft group known as the Kia Boys have found a new way to break into cars, and it's costly. On Wednesday, a video was released that captured a Kia Boy attempting to steal a vehicle. This time, instead of breaking a window, he instead broke off the door handle. A local mechanic from VCA Auto Body stated that replacing a window, which can cost about $500, is cheaper than replacing a door, which is closer to $2,000. This new method is not only used for Kias. Local law enforcement has encouraged car owners to install steering wheel locks and follow up on free opportunities for car software upgrades. According to the latest Milwaukee police data, almost 5,000 car thefts have been reported in 2024. The Wisconsin Institute for Law and Liberty is suing Milwaukee Public Schools for failing to provide school resource officers. 25 SROs were required to be in MPS buildings by January 1st as part of the passing of Wisconsin Act 12. Will says over 3,000 calls were made to Milwaukee police from Milwaukee Public Schools last year alone. Now each call takes officers and resources off the streets where they are needed. Milwaukee Public Schools said in September that it has a memorandum of understanding with Milwaukee Police to implement the SRO program when officers become available. Associate Counsel for Will, Lauren Gruhl, said this on WTMJ about the lawsuit.
They have a duty that's written into law that they need to comply with, so we're asking the court for a writ of mandamus to say this is part of the law. You have to do what you're required to do by law.
Milwaukee Police Department has received over 3,000 calls from Milwaukee Public Schools during the last school year. Milwaukee County health officials want residents to get their seasonal flu shots this year. Last year, only 37% of Milwaukee County residents received a flu vaccination. Dr. Hashim Sabak of Hyatt Pharmacy says his pharmacy chain is already vaccinating as many people as possible.
At Hyatt Pharmacy, 5,200 people got vaccinated. Our goal for our pharmacy is to vaccinate 20,000 people by the end of the season.
He also stated the biggest barrier for getting vaccinated is access. This year's vaccine targets the 3 strains of flu people are most likely to get this season. This has been your news update. Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris is next on the new 101.7 The Truth.
Bringing you his authentic perspectives on important topics.
They live in suburbs together. They live in the city together. They hang out together, all in the same family. We're the only idiots that fight because we want our voice to only be on one side. Like, does that even make any sense? And when the side loses, you lose everything. They, on the other hand, have a voice no matter what because somebody that looks like them is always in control.
Frank, candid, and straight to the point.
Well, it's just a skewed system.
Of course it is.
It's a lot of judgment.
But answer my question, though. Should we let people go? Should we let people go? Like, let's just forget about bail altogether. And if your neighbor commits a homicide and kills people, if you kill people and they next to you and you just let them come back and live right next to you, they can live upstairs from you. Let them come in your house.
Frank, candid, and straight to the point. This is the best radio show in the state of Wisconsin. Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris on 101.7 The Truth and The Truth app.
Now, he's the mayor of the city of Milwaukee. He's a young man. Give him a chance. I only complain about things that I care about. What I want you to do is pretend like I'm in St. Louis. And all I'm asking the mayor and the Common Council president and the Common Council, show me.
Now, live from the American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue in the heart of downtown Milwaukee, here is Dr. Ken Harris.
You're listening to Truth in the Afternoon. I'm your host, Dr. Ken Harris. 833-212-1017 is the number. So I'm going to be nice to Jason today because he always crying. Hey, I'm beating him up and causing so much trouble and doing all this other stuff. And I was like, oh, they care about little Jason poo-poo, so I got to be nice.
They love Jason. Hey,
I said they like little Jason poo-poo. I said love. Did I say love?
Oh, I'm pretty sure. I love them, so I'm pretty sure they love me too.
I don't think so.
I'm pretty sure.
I don't think so. They love me first.
They love both of us.
No, just me.
You don't need all the love, Dr. Ken.
All the love. Truth in the Afternoon with Jason. Oh, Dr. Ken.
No, this your show. I'll give you that.
Truth in the Afternoon, produced phenomenally by Mr. Jason Smith. See?
I like that.
It fit. Watch somebody go, when you going to remind him of the show? You think you always being he's so arrogant. It's so, I'm like, whatever, dude. Speaking of arrogance, hey, this is Cut Up Tuesday. Or is it Cut Up Thursday? Or is every day Cut Up Day? I don't know. It's Cut Up Thursday. Tuesday is Entrepreneurship Tuesday on the 4th. And then every Monday is Music Monday. And then Friday, well, I won't be here tomorrow because I'm going to be, popping off somewhere else. I won't be able to pop off here, so you get the best of tomorrow. But I say that to say, did I kiss up to Jason pretty good? This is Cut Up Thursday, right? Okay, I'm about to cut up. Hey, Jason. An estate has filed paperwork that a 1986 hip-hop song, Everlasting Bass, recorded and performed by West Coast duo Rodney O and Joe Cooley, lifted the same sample illegally. Oh, wait a minute. A sample used about 40 years ago in a song that was recently sampled by Metro Boomin in the song Like That, featuring Future and Kendrick Lamar, has lit the fire for the Drake-Lamar battle that took place earlier this year that's been flagged by the estate of who? Barry White, a recent copyright infringement lawsuit. According to Billboard, White's estate filed paperwork alleging that the 1986 hip-hop song Everlasting Bass, recorded and performed by West Coast duo Rodney O and Joe Cooley, infringed on White's 1973 record, I'm Gonna Make You Love Me Just a Little More, Baby. That was the cut, too. And it's safe to assume that lawsuit came on the heels of the Like That composition that sampled Everlasting Bass track used for the record that gained popularity after Lamar dissed fellow rappers J. Cole and Drake on the song. The problem is the music he used is copywritten, and now that copyright infringement lawsuit is going to do what's called cascade. You know what cascading means? When it starts over here and it just starts moving and it just knocks down a whole bunch of stuff till it gets to the end. Just gonna move through the music industry. And everybody that sampled it or used the sample of something that sampled it got to pay the money. And that's why you come up with your own original work. And when you don't, this is the kind of thing that can happen. The lawsuit states that Like That also infringes White's copyrights. Like That copies substantial elements of I'm Gonna Love You Just a Little More, Baby, including, not just limited to, the iconic, immediately recognizable bass line. According to the estate, Rodney O and Joe Cooley are the defendants because the duo said that they agreed to defend the recording artists against such accusations when the sample was cleared. I'm Gonna Love You Just a Little More, Baby is one of his Barry White's more popular songs and has been sampled many times over the years. It peaked at number 3 in the Hot 100 in June of 1973 and stayed on the chart for 18 weeks. Somebody got to pay. It's gonna be you.
See, listen, I understand. Yeah, they do deserve to get paid.
Wait. I got to set up because I'm on YouTube. I gotta get comfortable for this. Listen,
they do deserve to get paid. I agree with that.
Okay, all right.
But I also believe that once the art is out there, it's out there.
It's not.
We should be able to use it however we want.
You can't. You can't even use pictures like that. Like, do you know that when a picture is taken, technically because you're in it, the art is with the person who created it, which is the photographer. You literally have to get a release from the photographer to use your own picture because they created it. That is how it works. You don't own it. You don't get to use other people's stuff because you want to and it sounds cool. You have to pay for it. And when you don't, you get sued and you lose and you pay for it way more than you would have ever paid for it had you simply cleared it and got permission. So then every time that song played, a portion of it you got, and then a portion of it the original artist got. But nope, we don't want to do that. And you'll end up paying the original artist's estate more than what you'd have paid to clear the song.
No, I feel that. I do feel that.
Well, but I think they when you say, no, it ain't about credit. He owns it. You don't give me credit for something I own. You give it to me. That's how that works. And so this idea that everything belongs to everybody only works in a socialist society. We ain't one.
I just look at artists. I mean, I guess that's the business part of it.
Why go into art if I got to give everything away and not make any money and stay poor?
I agree. They should get paid. Like, I do think they should get paid. But, however, I also believe that it's art. And I don't think that, Metro, they wasn't doing nothing malicious or nothing like that.
Oh, so it's music, so you should be able to take it. It's my car, you should be able to take it. It's my house, you should be able to take it.
Well, somebody built it.
Art. Somebody built it. That's a form of art.
But it's not
Somebody designed it. That's a form. Yes, it is. I paid for it. And the person that designed it paid for it. And they can license it and get paid every time somebody buy that car. Why not?
Because a car and making a rap song are just two different
They're not. They're manufactured as art. Somebody had to design both of them.
It's literally
and they were then
art.
Created. No, it's a car. A car is a work of art. You're gonna tell me you know what a Yugo is?
No.
Okay, you don't know because it was one of those Yugoslavian cars that looked anyway. A Volkswagen Beetle. You know what that looked like?
Yeah.
And a Porsche. Which one is a work of art?
I mean,
answer my question. Which one is a work of art?
I mean, anything that's ever created is a work of art.
Which one is a work of art if you had to choose between a Porsche and the VW Beetle?
Obviously a Porsche.
So then you just proved my point. Everything is art.
No, everything is art.
And if you design it, you should be paid for it.
However, though.
What do you mean, however?
Because
now you're contradicting yourself.
That's comparing a house and a car like a tangible item with something like music, which is literally just self-expression.
People design houses too. I majored in architecture in high school. Like, really? 833-212-1017. Can somebody call and correct Mr. Smith here? Because he's living in the lap of Gen Z luxury, thinking that everybody's going to put their heart and soul into something and then let you use it for free because, well, it's art.
We give it. Kendrick Lamar done gave them more exposure than they would have gotten beforehand.
Exposure doesn't mean anything. Like, again, you're assigning power to things that are not over time are not going to matter. NIL over time is not going to matter because you're going to stop playing ball. You're going to get old and gain weight. Like, all those things are going to happen, and you're going to move away from being that important person. Same thing with baseball, football, basketball, music, everything. You get older, you move on. And people going to forget about you. So you make your money, and then you go. But you don't get to use somebody else's stuff to make your money and then roll out and say, well, it's art. Well, then let somebody take your stuff that you were making millions on, use it to make billions. Be screaming like a fool. You stole my... Well, that's what this fool did, only to find out later that the sample that you stole was actually a sample from somebody else's song. So now you getting a double jack, right?
I think, what if he didn't even really know? What if he didn't know? What if he
ignorance is not a defense in a crime.
Like, it's literally not a defense. I didn't know that girl was 14 years old. She looked like she was 25. Yeah, ignorance is not a defense.
But that's just not fair when it comes to. We got a music
What are you
head
talking
right
about
here.
fair?
How do you feel?
Time out. Fair? It's the law. Fair? We have law because y'all not fair. Y'all steal stuff.
Oh, no, I was asking Zach how he feel about it because Kendrick Lamar, the fact that he sampled Metro Boomin, yeah, he coming to get him. The fact that he sampled that song
right,
and got, what's his face, whatever that group was, the couple dudes' name, got them more exposure. He using their art.
He didn't get them more exposure. They already had more exposure. This was 40 years ago. They don't need no exposure today. What are you even talking about?
Now they can make even more money off of it because now people probably go to the original song and play that even more. Now they making more money.
Yeah, that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life.
They not going to be making more money?
That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. You think that just, they should feel good about somebody helping. Get out of here.
Yeah, they introducing them to a younger generation.
Who cares about your younger generation? Nobody cares.
Zach got a good point.
If I find out a song samples a quote-unquote classic song from the olden days, as people would call it,
and then
I go back and listen to it.
No. And then you sample it, and you think you're great because you talk to and end up getting what? Sued because the original people who you sampled didn't get clearance. So now you get jacked and they get jacked.
But I wouldn't try to sample it unless I knew that I would be able to get it clear.
Why would you sample it anyway? Why don't you just come up with your own original music? Lazy, shiftless bums.
We need to recycle art.
Lazy. Yo, now you just made that up. Oh, my God. You just made that up. Oh, I'm done. Y'all see why it's Cut Up Thursday? 833-212-1017. Are they making sense? Barry White's estate is about to jack 40 years worth of nonsense and probably get paid pretty good because, I'm just saying. At some point, well, I don't know. What's the saying? You got to put up or shut up? I guess we got to change that. You got to put up and pay up.
And that is Dr. Ken's Truth on the new 101.7 The Truth.
What's good, y'all? This is 101.7 The Truth's Telly Hughes, and I am Milwaukee. The goal of Truth Be Told with DT and Telly is to provide a platform for citizens of Milwaukee and Truth Nation to have their voices heard about concerns that have daily, direct impact. So join the home of Milwaukee's realest conversations where you can speak your truth. We are the award-winning 101.7 The Truth, Milwaukee Black Talk.
Hardworking family businesses, ambitious entrepreneurs, relationship builders, and job creators. Businesses like yours are the heart of Wisconsin, and Wisconsin Economic Development Corporation lives to help you realize your vision. Join them for Marketplace Wisconsin, the Governor's Conference on Diverse Business Development. It will be held December 11th and 12th at the Baird Center in Milwaukee and virtually on the 10th. Presented by WEDC, Marketplace Wisconsin is a chance for minority, women, LGBTQ+, veteran-owned and small businesses to network, explore government contracting, and grow. You keep our state moving with construction, janitorial services, logistics and transportation, technology, medical services, and more. And Wisconsin Economic Development Corporation wants to help propel your success, too. Let's look forward together. Register for Marketplace Wisconsin today at marketplacewisconsin.com.
Your drink, sir?
This virtual vacation is brought to you by Milwaukee Mitchell International Airport. For the full experience, visit flymke.com to explore our many nonstop destinations. With super convenient parking and low fares, flying from Milwaukee makes traveling so easy, it's like starting your vacation early. Fly easy, fly MKE.
At Milwaukee College Prep, they believe that every child deserves a chance to reach their full potential. Unfortunately, in Milwaukee, this is not always the case. Research shows the educational opportunity gap between white and black students is twice the national average. This is why Milwaukee College Prep is committed to eliminating this gap. In fact, MCP scholars tested advanced or proficient at a rate nearly 8 times higher than the other predominantly black public schools in Milwaukee. Provide your student with the best educational opportunity by visiting MilwaukeeCollegePrep.com. College bound, character strong.
This is Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
I'm so disappointed in y'all. You're listening to Truth in the Afternoon. I'm your host, Dr. Ken Harris. Oh, and for the record, my life was never easy.
Right there. You like it?
I'm just saying. Funny.
Closer.
So really what y'all proving is that no music that we have is original, right? Well, I'm going to tell you. Sweetest Day is October 19th. And there's no better way to spend it than with that special person than being at a Sybaris pool suite. So the Sybaris offers a variety of room styles, including the exquisite Paradise Swimming Pool Suite, which features your very own private swimming pool with a tropical waterfall, soothing hot tub, cozy fireplace, relaxing massage chair, and much more to make your stay unforgettable. Truth Nation, we want you and someone you love to enjoy this incredible getaway. So be caller number 7. Caller number 7 right now at 833-212-1017. That's caller number 7 at 833-212-1017 right now to win a free getaway at the Sybaris Pool Suite located in Mequon. Take a virtual tour at Sybaris.com. That's SYBARIS.com. Sybaris Pool Suites. Capture the romance. Be caller number 7. 833-212-1017 is the number. And you might have to get that special person and whisper, I'm going to love you just a little more, babe.
No way. This time it looks like
833-212-1017 is the number. Brian, you're on the award-winning 1017 The Truth.
Yeah, I had a feeling this was going to go full circle like this. I remember that beat. I knew it. I'm telling you, Dom, I'm going to tell you, those culture vulture guys are superbly intelligent. They are superbly smart. They played that song all over the world constantly. And they knew at the end, they owned the rights to it.
Right.
They knew it.
Right.
They saw it coming. That's why they told Drake, just pause. We're going to get paid in the end anyway.
Yeah, but
because we own
but Drake ain't making no money off of it. But Drake ain't making no money off of it.
Well, not this go around, but
because they
he'll get his
sampled it.
chance. He's made enough money.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
I have to salute the people that are that smart and intelligent when it comes to proper artistic rights.
Yep.
Oh man, they're beyond intelligent.
That's why you gotta own your own publishing. That's what Prince did.
You got to make, you got to create your own stuff.
Yep.
You got to.
Yep.
Or this is what happens.
Yes, it does.
Now you can't blame them. You really can't blame them. All you gotta do is say, "Damn."
Look, if you can see Jason's face right now, he's smiling, but he got that smile like, man, they're gonna get paid. Yep, they're gonna get paid because every time that song plays, like it's just there's no reason for that. Just be original.
But you know what I gotta say? You know what I gotta do though? I gotta say shout out to the culture vultures because what they do with their money is they do pass it around to everybody. They take care of a whole lot of people.
Sure.
So I got to give it to them.
Yes.
They don't hold on to the money for themselves.
Very
they
true.
do these types of things so they can perpetuate artists in the future.
Right.
So salute to them for being intelligent.
But you got to admit,
you got to give it to them.
But you can't give them too much because if you're using somebody else's stuff to move yourself forward, you're kind of a charlatan, aren't you?
Yeah, but they're not greedy charlatans. I say it that way. They're not greedy.
They are.
They spread it around.
Dude, to sit back in the cut and use somebody else's music to make money and say it's your music when it's not? Come on.
But I know, but then they front the upcoming artists millions of dollars. So they spread the money around. I got to give it to them.
And they do the same thing, and they end up getting caught too. I mean, think about this. Somebody used a song that somebody else used. That's a song that somebody else used. That's a song that got from Barry White. Barry White's estate is making money off 4-5 different. Oh, come on, man.
How many kids did Barry White have?
I don't know. I have no idea.
See, that's the thing. Now, I would say some of that money needs to go to the Barry White family. But we know most of that's really not going to.
It will. It'll go to his estate.
Yeah. But, they'll get a percentage.
They're getting paid.
But,
I ain't mad at them.
But I ain't mad at them because they do spread the money around. I got to give it to them. Peace.
All right. 833-212-1017 is the number. I'm waiting to hear back from the winner of the, Mr. Is he taking a call or did he win Sybaris? Oh, okay. Marquise, congratulations. Ain't that like the 9th time Marquise done won a song?
Marquise stay winning. I told him on the phone, your stuff already in the system.
Congratulations, Marquise. You're the winner of a package to the Sybaris in Mequon. So, I want to say congrats. Who am I talking to again? Like, who this? Oh, Mr. Moore. Mr. Moore, you're on the award-winning winner. You wish what?
I wish I could have won that so I could have slid into something.
Be careful.
Wow.
You gonna get it.
Well, listen. Sampling is cool. You know, they get 15 seconds.
As long as you pay. As long as you pay for it.
Yeah, you pay for it. You know, if they didn't, it ain't too many 808s out there anymore. And it's artists out here that today these individuals, they don't like to use real instruments, but they just don't know real instruments sound good. And see, in these studios, they don't have the epic centers in these studios like they used to have the epic centers when they can play it back. And every instrument that's being used, you're gonna hear it. You don't do that no more.
Nope.
I used to have an epic in my van, and man, that Beat It, Michael Jackson, man, wow. It was like he had a whole concert hall in there.
Yeah, that's true.
And every instrument that they played, you heard it, and it just sounded like it was just unbelievable. Like he really put in a good effort. Like today, these kids these artists, they don't see how the worth of that part. And I think it's very cool for them to sample because if they don't, like you and me.
But all those artists that didn't sample. What about all the artists that didn't sample? Quincy Jones, Roy Ayers.
Old school,
old school doesn't matter. Musician is musician. Art is art.
Yeah.
These are people that never went to school, never learned music, never learned the power of creating something original. So all you're doing is like regurgitating other people's garbage. Like, no.
True that, but they ain't teaching that to be authentic. Make your own sound. Like, man, I wish I can go dig up that old 808 beat machine and let some kids use that thing. That thing is something else. But I mean, it's at the store. It's called Digital Records out there on Teutonia off of Billard. They got beat machines that you can actually go in there and make your own music.
Yeah.
And if they get to do that, man, your own sound is wonderful because that's your ear. You can hear what you're listening to.
Yep.
And if that studio got that Epic Center, and he got the guitars. What's the name of that one guitar that it's a bass?
You talking about Stratocaster? The Stratocaster. That's the
and that Gibson.
Gibson. Yep.
Man, oh my God, the sound out of that.
But they don't know nothing about that. It's all electronic.
Yeah, everything electronic. I mean, like really using like the turntable.
Fender, which one? Bass? Man. It's a Fender bass? Or Fender's a Stratocaster. Yeah. Fender Stratocaster.
Yeah. But man, hey, we need to take them back to the old school.
Yeah.
Just let them really hear. A lot of the new stuff was sampled anyway.
Of course.
You know, you can go back to, what's his name? Biggie sample. Park even got some
but Biggie just took the rhythm and then put his own rap over it. But Biggie came up with some of his own stuff too. I mean, you got to admit, these cats today aren't doing anything original. Ain't nothing.
But it ain't even them. It's the engineers who making their music.
No,
they just put their music to
They're the ones they got to agree to it, and it's their name.
But they need to bring the turntable. I mean, the plastic back. So
Come on, say that.
Go to the stores and pick that music and listen to it. If you listen to it, you can go home and make something like that, but not that. And they can't say nothing.
Yeah, that's
you just
true.
took that sound.
That is so very true.
Your own rhythm and sound to it. So I used to sing, but they totally kicked me out the whole studio.
I can imagine why. All right, Mr. Moore. Take care of yourself.
Have a good evening.
All right.
Tell me a secret. Because tonight I want to learn all about the secrets in your garden.
I wanna read your mind, know your deepest feelings. I wanna make it right for you.
See, that's real music.
Baby, show me, let me share the mystery. Oh, come on, listen to your heart tonight.
Yeah, 833-212-1017 is the number. Trying to school some of these young folks on Cut Up Thursday on some real music. Al B. Sure, James Ingram, El DeBarge. You know, people that sing their own original music, they even wrote it themselves. It wasn't copied. Wasn't fake. 833-212-1017 is the number. You're listening to Truth in the Afternoon. I'm your host, Dr. Ken Harris. Traffic, weather, and sports. Thank God we're not in Florida. Up next.
Don't touch that dial. More of Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris is next on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Republican Senate candidate Eric Hovde showed up to the Milwaukee Juneteenth Festival. He said he was having a good time.
I'm here having fun. This is one heck of a party.
But then Eric Hovde was asked if there was anything he was going to take away about black culture. Hovde's answer?
Look, I've spent a lot of time in black culture. I've spent a lot of time in places like Africa because I have homeless shelters.
Run that back for me? Eric Hovde is asked about Black culture, and the first thing that comes to mind is taking trips to Africa and homeless shelters. Hovde's comments were called, quote, ignorant, and they reek of stereotype and white paternalism. But when Eric Hovde was asked about the criticism, he said, "Do I have to respond to the stupidity of that question?" Eric Hovde.
I've spent a lot of time in places like Africa.
What's wrong with this guy?
I'm Tammy Baldwin, running for Senate, and I approve this message.
Paid for by Tammy Baldwin for Senate.
The Wisconsin Black Chamber is in the house. Join us in October for our third Thursday networking event featuring the pitch competition. October 17th at the Sherman Phoenix, 3536 West Fond du Lac Avenue, 5 to 9 p.m. If you've been planning to pitch, come on out. This is one of the last 2 chances to qualify for the finale in December.
Entrepreneurs, take the challenge every second and third Saturday at our business boot camp at the Chamber headquarters, 2900 West Fleet, from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m.
Our next 501c3 class is October 24th at the Chamber, 2900 West Valete Street, from 6 to 8 p.m. Save the date, November 29th to December 1st. It's the Black Friday Weekend Diverse Business Expo. There'll be speakers, fashion shows, and our music fest. We are looking for a hairstylist specializing in natural hair, braids, twists, or a barber. Contact us if you're working on growing your clientele.
Stay connected. Follow us on Instagram at WI Black Chamber and visit our website at twbcc.com.
So you don't miss out on what we have going on.
For your fellow fanatics and your #1 fans. For your game day compatriots and your everyday companions. For your personal cheerleaders and your personal heroes. For the reasons you smile, get covered with dental and vision insurance from Delta Dental of Wisconsin and Delta Vision. Learn more at deltadentalwi.com today.
Saving energy and money is easier than you think. Here are 2 simple things you can do to reduce your energy use and lower your energy bill. Use thermal curtains to reduce each room's energy loss by up to 25%, and make sure vents aren't blocked by furniture or rugs to improve airflow and comfort. Simple, smart savings. Get more energy-saving tips at WeEnergies.com.
Eastbound 94 got an accident at 68th Street. Looks like the right lane is blocked with that one. So that is going to be creating some delays heading back into the Zoo interchange. More delays through the Stadium interchange after that. The westbound side, we're seeing delays from 25th Street all the way to Mitchell Boulevard. Also crossing over the county line heading towards Elm Grove Road. Also an accident on the ramp from College Avenue to northbound 94. Everything is off on the right shoulder, but still it's going to be a bit of a distraction. Main line's going to be fine, though, heading past that point. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast. Tonight, mainly clear with a low of 53. Tomorrow, partly cloudy, breezy, and warm, a high of 80. For the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 101.7 The Truth.
This is Associated Bank Sports Update on 101.7 The Truth, powered by ESPN Milwaukee. I'm Brandon Sneim. The Green Bay Packers returned back to practice on Wednesday, as did wide receiver Romeo Doubs following his 1-game suspension. Fellow wide receiver Christian Watson addressing that situation following the team's practice on Wednesday.
It's a mentally taxing business, and there's a lot going on. We all have our own individual goals. So, you really never truly know what somebody's thinking, and, I'll never want to, talk down on anyone's mental health. So, I don't really still know, the exact specifics of the situation.
As far as on the field for the Packers, defensive lineman Devontae Wyatt, the only non-participant player in practice. Over to baseball, where the New York Mets are moving on to the National League Championship Series, this after knocking off Philly by a final score of 4-1. The Yankees taking a 2-1 lead over Kansas City with a 3-2 win. The Dodgers also winning big on Wednesday, 8-0 to even up that series with San Diego 2-2. And the Detroit Tigers taking a 2-1 lead with the 3-0 win over Cleveland. The Sports Update brought to you by Associated Bank, proudly supporting your hometown teams. Member FDIC.
This is Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris on 101.7 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
You're listening to Truth in the Afternoon. I'm your host, Dr. Ken Harris. 833-212-1017 is the number. For Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, I want to let you know that you can get the look you want for your home with customizable windows and doors from Pella. The durable materials get tested. They open doors and close doors and latches and shades tens of thousands of times to ensure they last for years to come. Pella offers custom colors and innovative features like shades between the glass. So right now, get 10% interest. Okay, babe, 9% interest. Actually, you get 0% interest for up to 36 months. That's 0%. Certain restrictions apply. Ends October 31st. Get started today for 0% interest up to 36 months at PellaWI.com. PellaWI.com. 833-212-1017 is the number. Talk a text line. I just had a mention. There's somebody who wants to try to talk to you. I don't understand. I'll have to go back and read that. You forgot about Lil Wayne. Dr. Ken, who sings that last song? Barry White. Barry White. I know some of y'all ain't never heard of Barry White. Say what? What'd you say?
Put that in your mix.
Barry White?
Yeah.
Oh, now you know who Barry White is, so it's on, huh? Here's what I don't understand. When you hear a song, we actually recognize that it's a like remake of somebody else, right? So then we try to tell y'all, that's an original song. And it's not. It's like somebody took Glee, rewrote all these songs, and people actually think those are actual like new artists and how great the song is. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Makes no sense. Why? Because y'all don't listen. Y'all don't listen to nobody. Act like y'all know everything. Only baby boomers know everything. 833. I'm just kidding. 833-212-10. This is a boomer moment. No. You have to change A and say this is the boomer moment. Got it? If we're going to do it, take everything. Don't leave something for somebody else. Take it out. This is not a boomer moment. This is the boomer moment. This time in history is the boomer moment. This is the boomer moment. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking. So we done invented everything. We done took over everything. Clearly we fought all the wars because y'all was too, soft. 833-212-1017 is the number. Dear Presidents is the title track. Perfect example, Dr. Ken, this new J. Cole release that's been playing on The Truth today. He is a track renditioned off a Jay-Z track from the album Reasonable Doubt. Although I'm sure J. Cole paid, it got cleared. Of course he did. Of course he did. You know he did. Somebody said, please recap the topic of the discussion. We were talking about Barry White, his estate, that's suing some rappers. And I guess when they started rolling, they started finding other people sampled his song. They're now suing two sets of rappers saying, hey, the people that... See, here's what happened. You have a current day rapper who sampled the song of somebody from 40 years ago, not knowing that that person sampled that song from somebody before them. So now they got egg on their face. The person from 40 years ago got egg on their face, except Barry White's estate that's about to get paid. So basically they sued them. They said, by the way, you sampled the song and you didn't get clearance. And getting clearance means that you got permission to use the song and that it's this much song and it's a certain percentage of however they want to work out that percentage of the song, and that every time it gets played, when we get paid, you get paid. So if it gets paid, 1,767 times, and I get, I don't know. And usually over time, that number gets smaller and smaller because at some point, why are we still doing it? But you can still make money because of how many times it gets played. For instance, All I Want for Christmas is... That's the most played Christmas song now. It used to be Nat King Cole, right? But his estate still gets money. But if all I want for Christmas is you, Mariah Carey gets paid every Christmas. She probably makes a couple million off that song. So that's how you make money. You own the publishing. You own the rights to the song. So when it gets played, you get paid. I mean, can you imagine someone else owning a song that when you did it in a concert, you had to pay them? And people love you for the music. Like, really? But that's what some groups had to do. Some of these groups, because they wanted to perform and get paid, they only made money at concerts. Because everything else they did, the publisher owned it, and they're the ones that got paid. So that music it's a number one song, and it's a gold record, but they got paid, so it really didn't matter. And the only time they got paid is when they did concerts. But now concerts are kind of like, I don't know why anybody would go see that other girl that Travis Kelce likes. I just don't understand why anybody would go see her.
Well, she don't really be performing. She just be standing. Well, I mean, she try to move a little bit, but she can't dance.
I know. So why would you go see her?
I wouldn't go see Taylor Swift. I can't lie to you.
You would or would not?
No, I wouldn't. Well, I mean, I would if it was free.
I'm not going. I wouldn't even go free.
Oh, no. If they was giving me a ticket, I'd go see what we're talking about.
I wouldn't even go free. See, look at this. Garage doors giving you a headache. See, you could even read Taylor Swift giving you a headache. Same thing. Right? Same thing. They said it's cut up Thursday, right? Hey, garage doors giving you a headache. Best way I know how to deal with it is to call my friends at Geis. Family owned since 1955, Geis is the trusted authority on garage doors and openers in southeastern Wisconsin. Trust me, I got two of them. With brands like CHI and LiftMaster, they have doors for every single budget. We'll even build custom designs to meet your exact needs. So for fast, reliable garage repair solutions, go to GeisDoors.com. That's GeisDoors, Geis doors.com. Or tell them I told you to call 262-784-4250. That's 262-784-4250. I'll tell you a funny story. So when I was ordering my doors, I called 262-784-4250. Left the message. Hey, early riser, if you need to hook up, call, whatever, give me a call before such and such a time, because then I'll be free. I'm leaving home, backing out of the garage. My phone rings. I look down at it, and my brain says, that number looks familiar, but there's no name attached to it. Drive, get to the corner, get to the alley. You know, I'm in the alley, get to the corner, turn, phone rings again. I look at the number. I'm like, that number looks like really familiar, but I can't place it. And then finally call a third time, I answer the phone. Hello? It's Geis Doors. I'm like, I knew that number. I was like, duh. He said, let me guess. You recognize the number, but you didn't know where you knew it from, did you? I was like, nope. He said, everybody does that. I said, what do you mean? He said, every time somebody, a host or somebody, wants to use us, they remember the number, but they forget the number. And then it calls their phone and they're like, huh? I know that number, but I don't know. But yeah, we get that all the time. But that's what you should get too. You should be able to call them and they should call you back and get somebody out and get you 2 brand new doors like I did, which I ain't gonna lie. I thought for sure I was gonna need some interest. Y'all got 0% interest for like 500 years so I can pay off these doors. It wasn't expensive at all. And the fact that you're getting something that's gonna be there for the next 20 or 30 years. Like you divide that, it's pretty cheap per year. I was like, yep. So now if anything happens to the doors, I just got to call them back. Hey, and they're right there. That's what I'm talking about. Good customer service, swift. But they're so good that you got to call them. Like if you want a door before winter, you should probably call now. They'll be like, all right, we'll see you in about 3-4 weeks. So when he called me, he was like, okay, I'll see you in about 3 weeks. I was like, what? He's like, hey, we're backed up. We got, these people are, business is going well because people are starting to realize it's going to get cold. And the last thing you want is a garage door broke. Woo, Lord. You don't even have a garage, do you? You park outside?
Well, not in my apartment, but my real
Why would you
house.
have a garage in your apartment?
I have my real house.
See, that's what I'm talking about. See, yeah, see. Oops. He be hurting my feelings. Yep. Not in my real house. Watch somebody start, hey, I designed this brand new house with a garage. In an apartment? Like, how you do that? Well, in New York, some of those high-rise apartments, you have the whole floor. And it's like 2,000 square feet, and it's just an apartment. And your apartment is multiple floors, right? So, like, the elevator stops on your floor for your apartment. Like, it's not like multiple apartments on that floor. It's just one. It opens up into your apartment. And then if you want to go to bed, you go up the stairs because now you take up 2 stories. You know how much money that should cost?
I'm already knowing. Like, that's crazy.
Craziness.
So, yeah. I mean, I'm trying to live there.
I thought you was going to buy me one because you owe me dinner so much.
You owe me more dinners than I owe you.
You see how you hollered at me? That's one less. I just got to come up with some reasons to not have to take you to dinner for 196 times. Hey. At this rate, you'll never be hungry.
Don't touch that dial. More of Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harrison is next on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Truth Nation!
And all our juicy jammers out there.
Make certain that you tap into Jam with Juice each and every day so you can quench your thirst.
That is right. You already know you can sip on us every single day, like Benjamin said, from 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. But that's not all, y'all.
Catch us exclusively on YouTube for our 6 to 7 show.
Yep, only on Thursdays.
Catch Jamming with Juice each and every day on 1017 The Truth.
Now sip on that.
Hardworking family businesses, ambitious entrepreneurs, relationship builders, and job creators. Businesses like yours are the heart of Wisconsin, and Wisconsin Economic Development Corporation lives to help you realize your vision. Join them for Marketplace Wisconsin, the Governor's Conference on Diverse Business Development. It will be held December 11th and 12th at the Baird Center in Milwaukee and virtually on the 10th. Presented by WEDC, Marketplace Wisconsin is a chance for minority, women, LGBTQ+, veteran-owned and small businesses to network, explore government contracting, and grow. You keep our state moving with construction, janitorial services, logistics and transportation, technology, medical services, and more. And Wisconsin Economic Development Corporation wants to help propel your success too. Let's look forward together. Register for Marketplace Wisconsin today at marketplacewisconsin.com.
It's 1017 The Truth. This is Dr. Ken Harris for Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Get the look you want for your home with customizable windows and doors from Pella. The durability of materials gets tested. They open and close doors, latches, and shades tens of thousands of times. That's to ensure they last for years to come. Pella offers custom colors and innovative features like shades between the glass. Right now, get 0% interest up to 36 months. Certain restrictions apply. Ends October 31st. Get started today at PellaWI.com.
Associated Bank knows your small business isn't just a venture. It's your dream and a vital part of the community. And we're not just a bank. We're your neighbors. We're looking out for you. That's why Associated Bank offers quick online applications and approvals with funding in as fast as 1 business day, checking with no minimum balances or maintenance fees, and prompt customer service. Explore our products at associatedbank.com/business or visit a branch for more details. Subject to credit approval. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Get your tickets now to the Milwaukee Gala that helps empower communities and change lives. Join us at the new rooftop ballroom of the Baird Center for Greater Milwaukee Urban League's Black and White Ball, celebrating legacy and impact. It's all happening on Saturday, November 2nd, with entertainment by Shantae Moore. This event will sell out. Get your ticket and sponsorship information now at tmul.org and click on the Black and White Ball link. That is tmul.org.
This This is Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
You're listening to Truth in the Afternoon. I'm your host, Dr. Ken Harris. 833-212-1017 is the number. Hey, Truth Nation, 1017 Day, a.k.a. Truth Day, is next Thursday. And to celebrate, we will be hosting a Truth Spirit Week. During Truth Spirit Week, we'll be giving away 10 $25 gift cards to the Pfister Cafe on all of your favorite 1017 The Truth shows like mine, with 2 of those being right here on Truth in the Afternoon with me, Dr. Ken Harris. So make sure you're tuning in all next week so you don't miss your chance to win a $25 gift card to the Pfister Cafe in downtown Milwaukee. Thank you, Truth Nation, for being the best fan base in the country. 833-212-1017 is the number. Marquette University football is coming tomorrow night. Greater Metro Conference title is up for grabs, and that's this Friday. Marquette High Hilltoppers take on the Sussex Hamilton Chargers. 7 o'clock Friday. Friday Night Football on The Truth is presented by Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all. One call, that's all. 833-212-1017 is the number. 2 workers were safely rescued. I've been following this since I've been on the air. After being trapped on a tilted scaffold at the Milwaukee County Courthouse, prompting a swift response from the city's heavy urban rescue team. Fire Chief Aaron Lipsky said that while it was visually spectacular, it had to be brought to a safe conclusion. According to the fire department chief, dispatchers were informed at 2:48 there's been a scaffolding failure, leaving 2 people trapped on a platform hanging at an odd angle off the side of the building. We were over there in under a minute. We had a heavy urban rescue team assignment dispatched, and this is our technical rescue team that can handle high-angle rescues like this. And upon arrival, firefighters use a PA system to talk to the trapped workers and lowered a radio to establish direct communication. And they got them down. Inspector Dobson of the Milwaukee County Sheriff's Department confirmed they were arriving safely on the scene and went through all the shenanigans. And I say that jokingly only because I know the Milwaukee Fire Department did a spectacular job and saved the lives of 2 people who could have slipped off, fallen off, and Lord knows what happened. 833-212-1017 is the number. You're listening to Truth in the Afternoon. I'm your host, Dr. Ken Harris. We've got Top 5 at 5 up next.
1017 The Truth and Associated Bank have teamed up for our Black-owned business give back. Each quarter, we'll be giving away $6,000 worth of free commercial advertising for 3 months to 5 Black businesses. To sign up for your business's chance to win $6,000 of commercial campaign marketing on the award-winning 1017 The Truth, visit blackbusinessgiveback.com. That's blackbusinessgiveback.com. Let's rebuild our community's backbone through exposure on the truth. For official rules, head to blackbusinessgiveback.com. Associated Bank, member FDIC.
Truth Nation, it is Denise Thomas from Truth Be Told with DT and Telly, and I am so excited for you to tune in to our monthly interview with Old National Bank. Old National Bank will be joining us to discuss why they are so committed to supporting women and people of color-owned businesses, while also discussing their Empowerment Loan Program, which can provide your business access to funds up to $5 million. So don't miss our Truth Be Told monthly interview with Old National Bank at 8 a.m. on the award-winning 1017 The Truth.
If anyone knows the joy of rescuing animals, it's me. Just ask my rescues, who are all very important members of my family. Your life can also be forever changed by adopting a shelter pet. And it's not just about happiness your pet gets from finding a loving home, but that which you'll get from bringing them into your life. The heroes at American Humane have been helping animals for more than 140 years, whether it's rescuing animals caught in disasters, ensuring the safety of animals stars on the screen, or protecting our planet's endangered species. They go above and beyond to further their mission and make the world a kinder place for animals. please consider adopting a shelter pet and support American Humane. You can learn more at AmericanHumane.org.
Brought to you by American Humane. Donors choose. Support a classroom. Build a future.
Did you know that every year, public school teachers spend nearly $500 of their own money for student supplies? Let's do the math. That comes out to over $1.2 billion a year. And that's just not right. At Donors Choose, we want students and teachers to have the tools they need for a great education. And now, more than ever, they need your help. Here's what you can do. Go to DonorsChoose.org and choose from teachers' requests that support reading, math, science, history, and more. Once a request is funded, we'll take care of shipping everything directly to the teacher. It's that easy. You'll receive thank you letters and photos from students and teachers and a report of how every dollar was spent. Teachers' needs have never been greater. Learn more at DonorsChoose.org.
Donors choose. Support a classroom. Build a future.
Breaking news, weather, entertainment, and sports. We have it all here. This is 1017 FM, 1510 AM WGKB Waukesha and W269DL Milwaukee, a locally owned Good Karma brand station. Bringing you his authentic perspectives on important topics.
They live in suburbs together. They live in the city together. They hang out together, all in the same family. We're the only idiots that fight because we want our voice to only be on one side. Like, does that even make any sense? And when the side loses, you lose everything. They, on the other hand, have a voice no matter what because somebody that looks like them is always in control.
Frank, candid, and straight to the point.
Well, it's just a skewed system.
Of course it is.
It's a lot of judgment.
But answer my question, though. Should we let people go? Should we let people go? Like, let's just forget about bail altogether. And if your neighbor commits a homicide and kills people up, if you kill people and they next to you and you just let them come back and live right next to you, they can live upstairs from you. Let them come in your house.
Frank, candid, and straight to the point. This is the best radio show in the state of Wisconsin. Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris on 1017 The Truth and The Truth app.
Now, he's the mayor of the city of Milwaukee. He's a young man. Give him a chance. I only complain about things that I care about. What I want you to do is pretend like I'm in St. Louis. And all I'm asking the mayor and the Common Council president and the Common Council, show me.
Now, live from the American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue in the heart of downtown Milwaukee, here is Dr. Ken Harris.
You're listening to Truth in the Afternoon. I'm your host, Dr. Ken Harris. 833-212-1017 is the number. Hey, want to remind y'all, tune in to another episode of, you ready? The Truth on Politics. Tuesday, October 15th from 6 to 8. We're going to have a roundtable of Truth family folks to talk about policy and politics and elections and all kind of stuff. Don't miss it. The Truth on Politics, Tuesday, October 15th, 6 to 8 p.m. with me, Dr. Ken Harris, Tori Lowe, Benjamin, Damon Elsie, and Kyle Wallace. Right here on the award-winning 1017 The Truth, Milwaukee Black Talk. So it's going to be fun. We're going to be kicking it, and I'm going to be beating them up because they ain't going to know nothing. I'm going to be like, what about this? What about that? What about this? Last time it was a barn burner. They lost their mind. They was all crazy. Then they tried to beat me up. And they started hollering at me and tried to beat me up, and they chased me out the room. It was just terrible. It was like, I was like, what did I do to make you so mad? Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh. Yeah, it's kind of fake.
Number 5.
If you haven't heard about it, there's a storm going on in Florida. And so what happened is The storm slammed Florida last night, and it came across as a Category 3 and cut through the state as a Category 1 and then moved offshore. The problem, 13 people dead so far, according to local officials. They anticipate more casualties. The third hurricane to hit Florida this year has knocked out power to more than how many people? 3 million people in the state have no power. Wind gusts up to 100 miles an hour recorded near Tampa. Milton ripped off the roof of Tropicana Field, which was set to be a makeshift shelter for the first responders, but they couldn't because it didn't have a roof. Yeah. So it's gonna get tougher, and I think people miss understanding that because now people don't have anywhere to go, and if you made it through the storm, then we don't know when you're gonna get help. 70% of Pinellas County is still without power. The FEMA administrator says can't say the word. Floridians will need to request separate relief for each storm. Ha! So you get 3 storms that came through. Before we can get rebuilt from the first storm, you got a second storm. And then 2 weeks after you get the second storm, you get the third storm. And then, watch this. The storm broke off into tornadoes. So they noted like 100 tornadoes that then started sweeping through the state. I'm like, why would you live in Florida? Like, what? Like, I don't understand what would possess you to actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to pack up and move to Florida. I don't get it. Maybe that's just me.
Number 4.
From FoxNews.com, Wallace is silent on support for eliminating Electoral College, but the Harris camp says it doesn't back the ban. I think all of us know the Electoral College needs to go. That's what he said. We need a national popular vote. Well, what happens when you get a national popular vote? Those places that have the most people are going to be the ones that actually get the vote. So you could vote 9,000 times if you like, but if the popular vote means you have the largest population, which would be New York, Florida, California, Texas, maybe Arizona, maybe Illinois, and you're talking the majority of the people voting. Like, how do you know what the majority is if the majority of people vote? This way, it doesn't matter how many people vote, you get the electoral vote, right? You get the Electoral College vote. If you win Wisconsin and you win it by votes, then you get all of the Electoral College votes. I don't even know how many we have here. But anyway, I digress. If you go to national popular vote, that's ridiculous. Because if you don't have enough people voting, whoever you want will never win. Ever. Ever. And how do you track your citizenship and your population? And well, that's what Wallace said. But the Harris camp is like, hey, dude, we got nothing. Because they don't back the ban. They don't. Right now, she's so close because of the Electoral College. If we didn't have the Electoral College went on vote, would she win? We don't know. But it'd take a long time to count those votes, though, wouldn't it? Can you imagine counting all those votes?
Number 3.
Did DJ Brother Z leave? He left. Okay. Because, I had to give you all y'all update from the root on Sean Diddy Combs. You give me the same look every day, like, huh? Well, here it is. The rap mogul is set to face a federal trial in May of 2025. They set the date on sex trafficking, racketeering, and more.
We gotta wait a year? Well, not a year. Half a year?
Well, here's why. New court filings reveal some new details as to when we can expect it, because they set the date for May 5th, per USA Today. But why is that? Well, in court documents filed today, federal prosecutors gave a laundry list of discovery items they plan to dissect, including various electronics, hard drives, evidence seized from Combs mansions, and business records across financial institutions, hotels, and phone companies. So they set a reasonable production date to allow time for Combs to review the material in anticipation of a trial date as early spring. And so they came up with May 5th. Y'all gonna keep talking about Diddy till May 5th?
Yes, because it's gonna be so much new information coming out, little tidbits throughout that time. So.
Give people time to make their own deal.
Number 2.
Well, we talked about it earlier at the start of the show, and it just showed how Gen Z is really not up on it the way they say they are. Barry White, you remember him if you're old school, if you're a Gen X, maybe an older millennial? I don't think so. And definitely baby boomer and silent generation. You know who Barry White is with the deep baritone voice. Well, a sample used almost 40 years ago in a song that was recently sampled by Metro Boomin in the song Like That, featuring Future and Kendrick Lamar, which lit the fire for the Drake-Kendrick Lamar battle that took place this year, has been flagged by the estate of Barry White in a recent copyright infringement lawsuit. So somebody was asking on the chat, what was the original discussion? Where did this come from? This is where it came from. According to Billboard, White's estate filed paperwork alleging that a 1986 hip-hop song, Everlasting Bass, recorded and performed by West Coast duo Rodney O and Joe Cooley, infringed on White's 1973 record, I'm Gonna Love You Just a Little More. My page keeps moving. It's safe to assume that the suit came on the heels of the Like That composition that sampled the Everlasting Bass track used for the record that gained popularity after Lamar dissed fellow rappers J. Cole and Drake. And so how they found out about it is one person used it, sampled another person, who then sampled Barry White, and now they all got egg on their face, and they all get to pay. Got to drop that loot eventually because it'll go to court and they'll kick it around. Although the three artists on the Like That song aren't mentioned in the lawsuit, the other writers listed in the credit are Rodney O and Joe Cooley. The lawsuit states that Like That also infringes White's copyrights. Like That copies substantial elements of I'm Gonna Love You Just a Little More, Babe, including, but not limited to, the iconic, recognizable bass line. So, yeah. It's unfortunate, but we got to pay to play, and definitely they're playing.
Number 1.
This from WISN.com. Milwaukee leaders are urging people, and this is why I made it my number 1, so you would understand. They're urging people to get the flu vaccine. County officials from the health department say too many people are still not getting the vaccine. Last year had a low turnout. County Executive David Crowley got a flu shot today in hopes of encouraging others to do the same. Last year, only 37% of Milwaukee County residents received their flu shot. This is a decrease from past years and really mirrors a trend we're seeing across the nation of declining flu vaccination rates. So far this year, 6.4% of Wisconsinites have shots in their arms. In Milwaukee County, individuals age 65 and older are the most vaccinated. Health experts say this is the perfect time to get a shot where a potentially severe flu season is ahead. Well, I got mine. Dr. Ben Watson, Chief Health Policy Advisor at Milwaukee County, said estimates are that this year's flu season expected to be moderately severe, similar to what we saw last season with the peak late in December or early January. And for those timing the flu shot like I do, now is the perfect time to get it, hence is why we're gathered here today. Centers for Disease Control has a website called vaccines.gov that will help find flu shots near you. Get your flu shot regardless of how old you are. Get the shot. I got it. I got my flu shot and my COVID shot last Thursday. And I thought somebody had took a knife and cut a hole in my arm. And then people kept walking past me so I had to change the way I sat because people kept walking past me, like Benjamin, be like, hey, Dr. Ken, and hit you on your shoulder and have no idea that you just got a shot. Like we need a sticker or something, right? That you could put on your shoulder and say, don't touch me here. Something. Because it just gets crazy. It was crazy. And I was just using him as an example. He really didn't do that. 833-212-1017 is the number. Now, who was it? Marquise won, right? Simmons? Yeah, Marquise won. Well, Sweetest Day is coming, and we're turning up the romance. So, continue to tune in all week. I think we're going to do it next week, too. We're going to do it next week, too. We're not going to do it just this week. So I just gave away the last one. Marquise is it. Like, that's it. Ain't nobody getting, that's it. Unless you call the Simmons and beg them to give you a suite and pay for it. You know what I'm saying? Which is what you're going to have to do, because if your honey's a little upset at you or mad at you, you might want to give them a call and say, can we please, baby, please, get a suite? They might be like, nope. Might be at a doghouse.
Don't touch that dial. More of Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harrison is next on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com. Truth Nation, the election is less than a month away, and we are excited about another episode of The Truth on Politics on Tuesday, October 15th from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. This show engages in a thoughtful debate on the local and national elections and the policies which impact our black communities the most. Do not miss The Truth on Politics on Tuesday, October 15th from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. with Dr. Ken Harris, Tori Lowe, Benjamin, Damian Elzie, and Kyle Wallace on the award-winning 1017 The Truth and streaming live on YouTube.
What distinguishes Old National Bank from other lenders in helping people buy their first home and furthering their small businesses?
One thing that really makes us stand out is our grants. We have 2 really big grants right now specifically for first-time home buyers buying in Milwaukee County. The first one is for $15,000. They have to be buying within Milwaukee County and reach certain income limits. And then the second one is for $20,000, and that is through the Federal Home Loan Bank of Indiana. We're headquartered in Indiana, as you know, Denise. So that is a second grant, and that is really the highest, most robust grant program throughout the entire southeastern Wisconsin area. So it's it's up to $35,000 essentially that a person could be receiving for their first home. If you are in a position that you're looking to buy your first home throughout Milwaukee County, please give me a call. Please contact me. I'm more than happy to help everybody that I can.
And what's your number, Anna?
Sure.
How can they reach you?
414-978-0283.
Who's looking for a deal? Well, Cousin Subs has a better deal just for you. Cousin's new $10 meal deals are now available online only. Choose between a 7.5-inch ham and provolone, turkey breast, or veggie sub, a bag of chips or regular fry, a regular fountain beverage, and cookie at cousinsubs.com or on the mobile app for just $10. Now that's a better deal. Cousin Subs, we believe in better. Available at participating locations only. Offer subject to change without notice.
Experience, knowledge, results.
That's what really matters when you need help after a serious truck accident. You'll need a lawyer experienced in fighting and winning for people just like you. Gruber Law Offices has the resources, strong track record of success, and a team of experienced lawyers to take care of your needs. We've successfully helped people injured in big truck accidents for more than 35 years. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Here at the new 1017 The Truth, we aim to be a staple in Milwaukee's Black community. We are committed to partnering with local organizations and supporting Black-owned businesses. We are proud to call Milwaukee our city and promise to be a positive reflection of our community. We look forward to celebrating Black culture and excellence with you every day as we make history and continue to uplift the voices in our city. Join us for the journey at the new 1017 The Truth, founded by American Family Insurance. Milwaukee Black Talk.
This is Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
You're listening to Truth in the Afternoon. I'm your host, Dr. Ken Harris. 833-212-1017 is the number. Hey, get the look you want for your home with customizable windows and doors from Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. The durability of materials gets tested. They open and close the doors and latch and unlatch the latches and raise up and lower the shades tens of thousands of times to ensure they last for years to come. Pella offers custom colors and innovative features like shades between the glass. Right now, 0% interest for up to 36 months. Certain restrictions apply. Ends October 31st. Get started today. Go to PellaWI.com. That's PellaWA. W-I-W-U? Okay, let me quit. PellaWI.com. Make sure you check it out. And make sure you let them know Dr. Ken Harris said go. 833-212-1017 is the number. White Widow, you're on the award-winning 1017 The Truth. How are you?
Very good. Thank you, Doctor. What a shame. Malcolm X's estate is suing, I don't know what for, and now Barry White's estate is suing because they used a couple of notes. I'm not sure.
No, it wasn't a couple notes. It wasn't a couple notes. It was way more than that.
Well, I know. I'm gonna love you, love you, love you every day. I know. But the fact of the matter is that I'm not sure, in the great American litigation machine, I'm not sure Barry would have a problem with it. That's what I got to say about that.
No.
Also,
if I wrote it,
wrote
it, it's legal. Like, you can't use it. I wrote it, and if you don't, whether I'm alive or not, you should get sued and pay.
I know copyrights, and look at what happened to Winnie the Pooh after the 50-year copyright expired. Someone made a monster movie with him. But anyways, about Florida, you know what I mean? Hey, give it the 50 years. That's when these copyrights evaporate. But the thing is, I was going to talk about Florida. I agree. My sister and my brother-in-law moved there. I had to visit Florida in order to see them. I don't understand why anybody lives there. Every afternoon during the summer, it's torrential rains. My brother-in-law would say, "Cease, come and look at my yard. Come and look at my yard." The grass, it's on sand. It's straw. You can't walk on the grass. They got lizards where if the tails come off, they grow back, growing outside all around your house, and they had a very nice place in Winter Springs. And I'm not sure, at some point in time, we have to start telling these coastal residents, maybe it's not good to live there, to build a home there.
But
because,
they have a right to go. They have a right to do it.
Yeah, but with FEMA, I mean, trust me, look at 20 years later with Katrina. So I'm not confident that
so what about
in a lot of these places.
But what about Katrina?
Well, with FEMA never came through. I mean, it was 10, 15 years. People were still living in trailers. So I'm just concerned with the federal government and FEMA. And now stories are coming up now, and even here in Milwaukee with the floodplains in the days, there'd be such an argument, and finally the city paid people, hey, move, because consistently this area is flooding, and no one wants to insure you, and it doesn't make sense to just come back to this area time and time again with this flooding. So I'm
area?
not down for Florida either.
What's the area? Milwaukee River Parkway or something like that?
Yeah, it was like I had a couple of people at work who work with me who own places there, and it was every couple of years it was flooding. And it's funny because now in Muskego, on that little stream out there, I got a cousin. I hadn't been in Muskego for 40 years. I can't believe people build $1 million homes with only a gangway in between each other. It's so it reminds me of Maui. But anyways, the skyscrapers. But now they're charging people for flood insurance. City of Muskego is these old timers on these little patches, even though it's never flooded. It's never flooded. So they're they think that the squeeze is on for these older homes and these older residents. You know what I mean? They're just
I don't know if the city is charging them. I think the insurance company might be charging them. The city might be making them. I think the city is making them buy it.
Well, it's probably, I know it was arbitrary and I know it was mandated by the city, but you're correct. It might be that they have to have a certain amount of flood insurance through a private agency. I can see that. Well, okay, you have a good day.
All right, you too. Take care. 833-212-1017 is the number. I can see it because when it floods and it tears up, it's probably going to tear up the sidewalk and tear up everything else too. And so the city wants you to have money so they can probably take some of your money. But anyway, but think about that. Living in a place that constantly floods. Constantly floods. I don't know if I would do that. I like there's too much. Somebody said, good doc. Sherwin totally dominated the last Truth on Politics. None of the others had the debating skills, knowledge, or facts on their side that would allow them to compete with Professor Hughes. First of all, he's not a professor. Second of all, I wouldn't go that far. Dr. Ken, there's a clearinghouse for music samples if Metro and Future use that service. It's just like buying title insurance. Proper business practices work well in these situations. Yeah, good luck with that. The Maestro's estate should be made whole. And then somebody said the Republican Party has not won the popular vote in a presidential election in decades. Has the Democratic Party? Does it matter? Yeah. Somebody said, Dr. Ken, why does it seem you're obsessed with the Sean Combs indictment? Because I want to follow it because it's the news. 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 Just like I follow anybody else who acts a fool. Like Donald Trump and other of his minions. Eight 833-212-1017 is the number. I'll wait till they get reset because, that's what I get for doing multiple things at multiple times. Oh, but no, he was talking about Sherwin was okay, but all he did is repeat himself. Like I don't know if you can call that I don't know. We'll argue with him. We'll chop him up and get him all handled, to say the least. And we'll just wait for, we'll see what happens because, I'm just saying. And it wasn't debating skill. When you repeat things and you can't tell me where you got it from or where the data's from or quote the source, I question that. Just because you're saying it doesn't make something true. So when you ask, okay, so where'd that come from? Like, who said that? And when information is clear clearly wrong, and then you just repeat it because, well, I think such and such. And you go, well, what about this? Oh, well, that's different. Bottom line, you know what scares me about black people? We are so entrenched in the Democratic Party that if they were going to do us wrong, we wouldn't even see it happen.
Don't touch that dial. More of Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris is next on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com. 1017 The Truth is the proud home of Marquette Hilltoppers football. Tune in Friday night as we have a battle for first place in the Greater Metro Conference. The Hilltoppers host conference rival, the Sussex Hamilton Chargers. The football action kicks off at 7 p.m. on 1017 The Truth. Marquette University High School football is presented by Gruber Law Offices and sponsored by Capital Insurance Agency, Magic Productions, Annex Wealth Management, C.G. Schmidt, Leff's Lucky Town, Boyle Frederickson Intellectual Property Law, and Marquette University High School.
Sybaris Pool Suites. Romantic, luxurious, affordable. A place where romance touches paradise and the memories of a lifetime are made. Sybaris offers a variety of room styles, including the exquisite Chalet Suite, which spans 3 levels and features your own private swimming pool with cascading waterfall, soothing whirlpool tub, a cozy fireplace, and much more to make your stay unforgettable. They are located in Mequon, just north of Milwaukee. Take a virtual tour at Sybaris.com.
Vice President Kamala Harris.
I get it. The cost of rent, groceries, and utilities is too high. So here's what we're going to do about it. We will lower housing costs by building more homes and crack down on landlords who are charging too much. We will lower your food and grocery bills by going after price gougers who are keeping the cost of everyday goods too high.
Kamala Harris's economic plan is focused on lowering costs for families, so you can keep more of your paycheck. That starts with the cost of housing. For first-time home buyers, she's offering $25,000 in down payment assistance. To build wealth, her plan offers up to $50,000 in new startup tax deductions. This is exactly how we can build generational wealth and strengthen our community, so we can get the chance to do more than just get by, but to get ahead.
You work hard for your paycheck. You should get to keep more of it. As president, I'll make that my top priority.
I'm Kamala Harris, candidate for president, and I approve this message.
Paid for by Harris for President.
This is Community Heartbeat, presented by Outreach Community Health Centers on 1017 The Truth.
Everybody's welcome at Outreach, and that's one of the things that makes us special. We do offer services based on a sliding fee, so I always recommend that people call in advance to get all of the details, but oftentimes we can see you for as little as $25 for your whole visit, and that gets your vaccines included. Outreach has nurse visits available for anyone who wants to have their vaccines either the same day or you can schedule ahead. For those, you just need to bring in your ID and your insurance card. You can also schedule a visit with your primary care provider. If you don't have one, we have some that are ready and excited to meet you. So all you have to do is give us a call during normal business hours. That's 8 to 5, Monday through Friday. And that's 414-727-6320. Or you can always visit us on the website for more information. And that's www.ochc-milw.org.
Backups along southbound 43, they're going to be formidable. We've got delays from before Hampton down to Capitol Drive that back on the brakes from about Keefe all the way down through the Marquette interchange and over the high-rise bridge. Now, the northbound side, we do have that accident at Fond du Lac Avenue off on the right shoulder behind the barrels, but it's enough to make for a problem. We've got delays from Oklahoma Avenue all the way up through the Marquette up to the accident scene. Speaking of accidents, we have one on 94 eastbound right about at Blue Mound Road. The right shoulder is blocked right now. Delays going all the way back to Highway 164. And off the freeway system, Highway 100 closed in both directions, northbound and southbound, at Theo Trekker Way. This is just south of I-94 because of a crash. So you want to be extra careful as you're heading through that area. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast tonight, mainly clear with a low of 53. Tomorrow, partly cloudy, breezy, and warm, a high of 80. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 1017 The Truth.
This is Associated Bank Sports Update on 101.7 The Truth is powered by ESPN Milwaukee. I'm Brandon Stein. The Green Bay Packers returned back to practice on Wednesday, as did wide receiver Romeo Doubs following his one-game suspension. Fellow wide receiver Christian Watson addressing that situation following the team's practice on Wednesday.
It's a mentally taxing business, and there's a lot going on. We all have our own individual goals. So, you really never truly know what somebody's thinking, and, I'll never want to, talk down on anyone's mental health. So, I don't really still know, the exact specifics of the situation.
As far as on the field for the Packers, defensive lineman Devontae Wyatt, the only non-participant player in practice. Over to baseball, where the New York Mets are moving on to the National League Championship Series, this after knocking off Philly by a final score of 4-1. The Yankees taking a 2-1 lead over Kansas City with the 3-2 win. The Dodgers also winning big on Wednesday, 8-0 to even up that series with San Diego 2-2. And the Detroit Tigers taking a 2-1 lead with the 3-0 win over Cleveland. The Sports Update brought to you by Associated Bank, proudly supporting your hometown teams. Member FDIC.
This is Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris on 101.7 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Yo, this is Queen Latifah, bringing a song to you about a place you might live. In case you don't understand, it's called New Jack City. In case you still don't understand,
you don't know nothing about that either.
I brought along the
New Jack City.
kick the ballistics.
I heard of it before.
Oh, I heard of it before. You got a headache? Yeah, I heard of those before. Yeah, I know what a headache is. I haven't had one, but I don't. It's Cut Up Thursday. Got to make fun of you. You get to make fun of me too. You get to make fun of me too. That's all right.
I'm already knowing that you can.
So you do it behind my back when I'm not around.
Nah, hecky nah. I'm face to face.
Y'all act like y'all so tough. I need to take time off because, I need mental health. Dude, you're getting paid how many? 3, 5, 10, 15, $20 million to play a football game? Go play. I'm having a mental health day. So what? Like, what are we talking about? I'm just having a day.
Dr. Ken, the mind not right, you can't do right.
I'm just having a... That's not true.
How is it not?
17 and 18-year-olds, silent generation, during World War I and World War II in Korea, dropping bombs on people, killing people, paratrooping into places, all in the name of the good old U.S. of A., fighting for our country's right to exist. Y'all get stressed and want to take the day off. They jumping out of an airplane at 17 years old as a paratrooper. And at Normandy, many of them got killed in the air while they were parachuting, shot dead. Some made it, some didn't. And we gonna complain about a mental health day. Okay. All right.
Shout out them. However,
shameful. Don't even say it.
All right. Because I'm just gonna say I understand.
You say it and a fight gonna break out.
I get it. I understand.
I don't know how I'm gonna fight through glass, but I'm gonna get this.
We ain't gotta go through that. What they went through. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Well, hey.
Well, I guess we gonna see coming up.
Middle East is coming up. I'm just saying. The way things are going.
You know my stance.
They might be. Well, your stance don't matter when the government call and they come get your behind. Yeah, I want to go.
It just got to wait till I get past 26.
I don't want to defend my country. I don't want people to have democracy. I don't believe in the Constitution of the United States of America. And then somebody, it wasn't written for me. Then go to another country. Like literally pack your crap up and go somewhere else and live where you think you can live okay. Because no other country will take you and give you anything. I'm not talking to Jason. I'm just talking to all those knuckleheads who decide they want to leave America. Leave. Stop trying to change America. Leave and go somewhere where you like it. Like a socialist country. Like, Russia. Like Nicaragua. Like Mexico. Like Cuba. Like go. Go.
I'm staying right here.
They won't take you. They'll be like, hey, player, are you a citizen here? No. You got to go. Try going to Norway or Finland or Sweden. They're like, yes, we have a bit of a socialist government. People work, and they work where they want to work, and then they pay taxes, and then we take care of people. Yes. You're not a citizen, so here's what we need you to do. You need to come in, and if you want to stay, get permission and all that fun stuff. Yeah, but you got to go stay over there. What's over there? Oh, that's where all the people who are not citizens, who don't get access to all the things we have, over there. Bye. And we'll see how that works. Come on. I don't care what anybody says. In terms of countries, I don't think you can do better than the United States of America. And if you don't like it, I say leave. Roll up and get out. Who that? Uh-oh. 833-212-1017 is the number. Carolyn, you're on the award-winning 1017 The Truth.
Yeah.
How are you?
Hey, Dr. Harris, how are you doing?
I'm good. I'm Dr. Ken, by the way. Actually, you just call me Ken, but whatever.
Okay, so anyway, just a few little things I want to cut up about. I agree with you about the party. They don't like America leave. But see, here's the problem that I have with America.
What's that?
They let everybody come up here, set up shop, bring their little different religion, do whatever they want to do. You don't really have to conform. And so it's like, okay, America's not going to be America, okay?
Correct. But y'all the same ones that said, no, y'all, I'm speaking of the euphemistic you who let people come over, and because the Biden administration was here, they let people walk into this country, somewhere between 10 and 15 million people, and now most of the money that's supposed to be helping us and our citizens who don't have are helping them. I got a problem with that.
I have a problem with that, too, because I work in human services, and I watch our tax dollars be given away. Example, somebody come up here from Egypt. Oh, I'm crazy. Oh, yeah, let's give them some SSI. Matter of fact, they applied in January. We done given to them to December. Oh, we got to give them back pay.
Yep.
How is that?
How do you get back pay for something in a country where you don't even pay taxes? Think about that.
Exactly.
How do you get back pay for SSI to January and it's October, but you don't even pay taxes in this country?
Yeah, and you know what they do with the money? They go back to their country.
They send it home.
They be like, oh, I'm going on vacation. My next door neighbor, who is from Egypt or something like that, he say, oh, you guys are stupid. We just come here. We start businesses. Yeah, we are stupid because most of the gas stations are owned by people that are from the Middle East. And can we blow up yourself? War from in? Yeah, we're stupid. We just sit up here, we give our resources away.
Yep.
We don't make nobody work for anything.
But we don't give them to the people here that need them.
I know we don't, because I see our people. Understand. I work on the north side. They're sitting on the sidewalks. Granted, they might have a beer in their hand, but guess what? They got a mental illness too. They need somebody to come and take them by the hand and say, "Hey, we care about you, and we're gonna help you." But no, we don't do that. We be like, "Oh, you're a foreigner. Come on in here. We're gonna give you food stamp. We're gonna give you housing. We're gonna educate you and all that."
How did we bring? And I know we got to go to break. How did we bring all those people from Afghanistan to America and treated them better than we treated the troops that were on the ground in Afghanistan that died? Then on top of that, gave them everything that they ever wanted. It just doesn't make any sense. You're a nationalist. Yes, I am. I think my country is better than every other. I don't understand. Other people think that. You don't think people that come from the continent of Africa don't think that their country is better than ours? That they come here to take advantage of the things that we do?
Exactly. And that is why our military is suffering, because we don't even treat our people right. And these young kids are not like us. that we'd be like, okay, we got to suck it up. We got to suck it up for the country and do this and that.
Yep.
These young kids is like, screw you. Yep. You're not going to talk to me like that, and you're not going to treat me like that.
Right.
And they're getting out the Navy and the Air Force by droves.
Yep.
So it's like, okay, do we really have a super army anymore or super military?
But they don't understand that mindset is what's going to save them when the chips are down. That a survivor, we got out of law enforcement and we said, this warrior mindset has to change. How you think cops stay alive? Like it's just this weird thing in people's minds that you do understand. It's not us against them, but when it is us against them, I have to come out the victor.
Dr. King, you can't walk up to nobody that's red and raving and say, oh, poor thing, what's your issue? Why are you wielding this knife? Why do you have this gun? No. I'm going to shoot you first and I'm going to ask you later.
Nah, we're not going to do that. Nah, come on now.
I am.
No, you're not. No, you're not. Don't say that. You're not.
I'm just saying, if I approach somebody and they got a gun, I'm not going to handle them with no kid glove.
Then don't approach them.
You never know.
Call the police.
In my field, you never know what they got.
Call the police.
Oh, but look, Dr. King, by the time the police get there,
see, you're coming up with excuses. Excuses.
I'm not coming up with excuses. I'm coming up with facts.
All right.
I have called the police before and had to sit there in my car and wait for
them. That was only one instance. Stop. One instance.
No, not in my field, baby. No. There's many more. When I see you in person, we're going to talk about it. No, I love what I do.
I knew you was going to say that. I knew it. I knew you was going to say that.
I'm a human service person, and I love that.
I know what you do. I know exactly what you do.
Yeah. I was born for this job. I just don't want to have to use no nunchucks or anything on anybody.
I don't think you could. That would be against you all's procedures, wouldn't it? No comment now. See? I got her. She finally stopped talking.
I said, not if I'm trying to defend myself.
Where them nunchucks? Oh, the guy across the street tossed me some nunchucks and I defended myself. Okay.
Well, I just called to do my little cutting up, but I agree with you. And then on that lady talk about Barry White, girl, please, it's his property. He owns it. If it was yours, you would want the same.
Yep.
I tell people all the time, that generation and stuff have no imagination. That's why they gripping on other people's stuff.
Thank you, Carolyn. Have a great weekend.
You too. Bye, doctor.
All right, bye.
Don't touch that dial. More of Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harrison is next on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com. Truth Nation, join us live for the Truth Summit on Saturday, October 26th from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. at the 3rd Street Market Hall. This exclusive in-person roundtable will examine the state of finances, education, and politics for Black Milwaukee. Dr. Ken Harris will be joined by expert guests for a lively debate and insights that you can't afford to miss. We've got it covered on the pulse of Black Milwaukee. Get your tickets to the Truth Summit by visiting 1017thetruth.com.
What distinguishes Old National Bank from other lenders in helping people buy their first home and furthering their small businesses?
One thing that really makes us stand out is our grants. We have 2 really big grants right now specifically for first-time home buyers buying in Milwaukee County. The first one is for $15,000. They have to be buying within Milwaukee County and reach certain income limits. And then the second one is for $20,000, and that is through the Federal Home Loan Bank of Indiana. We're headquartered in Indiana, as you know, Denise. So that is a second grant, and that is really the highest, most robust grant program throughout the entire southeastern Wisconsin area. So it's it's up to $35,000 essentially that a person could be receiving for their first home. If you are in a position that you're looking to buy your first home throughout Milwaukee County, please give me a call. Please contact me. I'm more than happy to help everybody that I can.
And what's your number, Anna?
Sure.
How can they reach you?
414-978-0283.
Get your tickets now to the Milwaukee Gala that helps empower communities and change lives. Join us at the new Rooftop Ballroom of the Bayard Center for Greater Milwaukee Urban League's Black and White Ball, celebrating legacy and impact. It's all happening on Saturday, November 2nd, with entertainment by Shantae Moore. This event will sell out. Get your ticket and sponsorship information now at tmul.org and click on the Black and White Ball link. That is tmul.org.
Wisconsin is as hard-working of a place as you'll ever find. There's a sense of pride, community, and work ethic that's second to none. People here are tough, but even the toughest among us need help after a serious accident. At Gruber Law Offices, we won't stop fighting for you and your family. We've been here and will continue to be here for as long as you need us. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
At We Energies, we're committed to building a bright, sustainable energy future. We're investing in clean energy projects like solar, wind, and battery storage. As a leader in the decarbonization effort, our goal is to achieve net zero carbon emissions from our generation fleet by 2050. It's part of our plan to provide the affordable, reliable, and clean energy you depend on. Learn more at weenergies.com.
We Energies. People you can trust, energy you can depend on. This message was paid for by the stockholders of WEC Energy Group.
This is Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
You're listening to Truth in the Afternoon. I'm your host, Dr. Ken Harris. 833-212-1017 is the number. Julie said, Dr. Ken, was there a conservative voice in that political discussion? I didn't have a chance to hear it. Tory gave some. I threw in, of course, when you go left, I go right. When you go right, I go left. So, you had that. Also wrote, I wonder how many people who don't like the flood of illegals coming into our country are going to vote to continue that practice. Ooh, you might want to be listening. I wouldn't say Sherwin totally dominated. I think what happens is because people agree with the Democratic Party, they tend to only accept those things. It's that confirmation bias thing. But, do you? 833-212-1017 is the number. The caller, what you want? You got 30 seconds. What you want?
What's going on, my brother?
What you want?
Well, the main thing that I want to talk about is, as you can tell, I'm in my baritone, very white voice right now. How ecstatic I am that hopefully Barry White's loved ones are a part of his estate, and maybe his grandkids or grandkids will benefit from it financially.
Right.
Because I think just millennials not having knowledge of whose shoulders they stand on.
Nope.
That you're standing on his broad shoulders, and you don't even know it. You made a hit that is mostly based on the beat because you actually kind of probably said some things that may or may not be true, which is really stepping over the line in the beef. You should be telling something as you know it. If you're going to say, and that's a part of hip hop for me. And so I'm hoping that the maestro, Show You Right, and his family and people he left behind will benefit from that. And when it comes to the truth on politics, who's going to be the guy sitting there this time, guys and ladies?
It'll be all guys.
Okay, so who will be the participants this time?
I don't know.
And will you be moderating? You did a great job moderating.
I'll be moderating. Go ahead. Yep.
You did a great job.
I can tell you right now, the caller, we're going to have Dr. Ken, we're going to have Tory Lowe, we're going to have Ben Hooks, we're going to have Damian Elzy, and we're going to have Kyle Wallace.
That will be an interesting panel, but regardless of what Professor Hughes, as we call him, on
he
Truth
is not
Nation,
a professor. Do not.
I understand.
Academic, don't do it.
Call him to make sure everybody knows he doesn't have a PhD, which he admits.
And he doesn't have a master's degree either that I know
like
of.
Dr. J kind of thing.
No.
I mean it the way he called Dr. J wasn't a doctor.
It's my show. I say no.
I got it.
Skip it.
Okay, well, Sherwin Hughes,
thank you.
As we all know, is very knowledgeable because he worked in politics. Okay. And so that's why I said, regardless of what you believe, or your philosophy is he has more political acumen when it comes to debating about politics. And, the fact that I agree with him more so than, probably I agree with other points of view, that has nothing to do with his skill level. There are some people who are very skilled. You and I don't agree, and I think if you weren't moderating, you would be more capable of debating him than anybody else. But I just think, in my opinion, he's just a master debater in the topic of politics. But
I wouldn't go that far.
To things like
I wouldn't go that far. We'll find out. We'll find out. All right, thank you much. I appreciate it.
Is there a point where you guys will actually debate the doctor?
Have a good one. Gotta go.
God bless.
See you later. 833-212-1017 is the number. You can hit us on the talk and text line. See, y'all ain't never heard nothing like that. Here you go. Keep on doing it. Hey. Right on doing it. Yeah. Let me turn it off, because by tomorrow somebody will have stolen it. You know it's true. You know it's true.
Yeah, I'm not for stealing, but I'm all for sampling.
Like that music legally.
Yeah, I think the original artist should get paid regardless. Legally. I do agree with that.
Just stealing stuff, boy, I tell you. Or you can just create some original music and then you won't have to pay nobody. You can keep it all yourself.
I like reusing because you're keeping it alive.
Because you're lazy. You're not keeping anything alive. That's laziness. That makes absolutely no sense. That is a lazy way to think.
For example, if Kendrick
listen, I'm not calling you lazy. I'm saying if you're a rapper, that's a lazy way to think.
Think about it, though. If Kendrick didn't do that, I probably would never even known Barry White made the song.
That is not the point of it.
But I'm saying that's what it. That's
but you're missing the point of it.
No, but I'm saying that's keeping it alive.
You're missing the point of it. I don't need you to keep it alive.
Eventually, as time passes, we're going to forget all about that.
No, they're not. Oh, good music is always around. You just don't know it when you hear it because they keep replicating stuff. That's the problem. You don't have your own great... Like, you realize when you're like 80 years old, there will be no good music for you to go back to because it will have been a replication of everything else. Nothing new. You're listening to Truth in the Afternoon. I'm your host, Dr. Ken Harris. Hey, God bless. Take care. Have a great weekend. I am taking an extended leave of absence. I don't know what that means. Like, I'm on assignment till, I'm
on assignment.
I'm just going to be, I'm gone tomorrow. We got the best of, and have a long weekend. I'll see you back, God willing, on Monday. I tried to count the hours. It would be like 22 plus 22 plus 22 plus 22. It would be 88. I'll be back in 88 hours. So let me see. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. So yeah, 88 hours. So God willing. Hey, God bless. Take care. Thank you, Jason. Appreciate you, brother. DJ Brother Z leave already? I'm going to steal that jersey he had on because it said Brother Z. It was a Bucks jersey. I'm going to tell him if he take it off, I'm going to jack him just so you know. No, don't tell him. I'm going to just take it. I'm just stealing it, right? So if y'all hear I was in a fight over the weekend, that's what that was. Hey, I'm out.